Blessed love, Antigua and Barbuda, the general public, people at large, people in the world. My name is Selah, High Priest, Bongo Selah. I'm a priest at the Nyabingi House of Rastafari, Theocracy, Reign of Church of His Imperial Majesty, Community of the Saints. Well, we are here right here in Boggy Peak, known as Shirkley Mountain, better known as Harby, also known as Harby. We see here as the breadbasket of Antigua and Barbuda, the southern region of the island, one of the richest, greenest, lushful part of Antigua and Barbuda. So we do give thanks and praise for such an interview and such a time for us to display and show our culture to the world, to remind our people of them heritage. For a people without the knowledge of them heritage, of them past and them culture, just like a tree without root. I'm going to show you a lot of plants, the benefits, their nutritional benefits, their medicinal benefits also, Yeah, blessed love, Antigua and Barbuda. Well, this is the Starfruit, excellent juice, vitamin C, very refreshing, good for the kidney, good for the digestive system also. And these are the blossoms that develop into this. Right now it's full of blossom, green ones and young ones. You can eat it all sorts of fruit too. Starfruit. This tree is known as the locust or thinking toe, known to us locally as thinking toe. It is very antiviral. That means it's good for viruses and diseases, And it is also good. Now they are finding out it is good for cancer also, this tree. You have a very, very rancid and bad smell like a thinking boots. When you take off your shoes and your shoes stink, that's what they call it, thinking toe. But it eat very good and it's very edible too, very nutritious too, very sweet. See how you smell thing? When you eat it, boy, it's sweet, sweet, sweet in your mouth. See? Crack pan there. So you bust open like this. And that's it in there. Thinking though. Edible, Nice. So you see the look. Very sweet. Very, very sweet. If you want to taste some, you can taste some too. So me as a Rasta man, me eat Ital, preparation of our own food that come right out of the earth, food that come right from around our surrounding. What does is that advance your mental, because what we say is that how we see holistically health, a healthy body, a healthy mind. We see that your health is your wealth, and we also see that your food is a medicine, and your medicine is your food. So, seeing what is going on today, a lot of sickness, and the Rasta man have been speaking from that time, when we came about eating Ital, people used to say, oh, Rasta now gonna pick me, and oh, Rasta, I go skinny and fall down and have no energy. And Rasta man used to burn fire upon salt and sugar. And now the whole world coming to tell you now that to keep away from the salt, get hypertension, keep away from the sugar, diabetes. So there's a lot of new age sickness that is out there that is coming out from the foods. When the Rasta man in don't warn you. And most of the foods that we eat, salsa, we get to find out that them anti-cancerous. A lot of food out there prevent cancer from happening to you. A lot of medicine. So we see the food as a medicine, and we've been warning from such time. The elders them have been warning. Eat Ital. You say Rasta is not religion. You have to set the rules and laws of regulation. It is simply a pure and original way of life that links you to the universe, to each other, and within that spirituality, we find our identity, our culture, and our nationhood. That's what Ital all about. Just eating clean, eating healthy food, natural food. This is the guava tree, known as the hardwood wood in the forest. The guava now checks the blossom. Blossoms can be used as a nervine, good for the nerves. You can drink it within your tea. So this is what developed the fruits. And it developed from this into this, and then into this. Usually, I just use the green guava sometime in my chlorophyll and strain it. It can be used as a jam. Yeah, you boil guava jam, you have guava jelly, and you have guava cheese, right? And it can also be used as a juice. Blend it as a juice, nice, very nutritious. One of the highest vitamin C. Also, one of our local guava is equivalent to 2 bunches of American grapes. So we have more vitamin in our guava than what comes out of America. And we have to be proud of a guava tree. It's very powerful. As I say, when you have a glut, you can boil it into a jam and leave it, and it can stay for years, guava jam. And every time you eat a piece of bread, just like you get guava, just like you get peanut butter and jam, you can have peanut butter and guava jam or guava jelly. And still you can use it as a juice. And when you done do that now, the pulp, you use it as guava cheese. Sometimes we just frozen it and you call it guava, just frozen joy. Guava frozen joy. Yeah. Also, the bark, essential. Sometimes you get good bark, essential firewood too. Yeah, when you have guava wood in the fire not go out. Fire light. So you have a very flammable ignition about it when you light it up. Guava. Also, you can even, according to where it grows, can be used as a little decoration in your house, Yeah, as a little tree that you can just carve out something on, because it is very hard. Sometimes you can sit up on it, sometimes we use it and make stool, make all kind of things. Sometimes we hang our hammer up on it, because we know your arm broke down. Very hard. Guava. As I say, here is heaven on earth, This is where we do mostly tree farming, plant a lot of banana crops. Very essential. A lot of suckers, in the hilltop. Very essential. The soil is predominantly volcanic soil, very rich in minerals, has a good finish, a lot of potash. So in terms of fruit development and the finishing of the crop, is the best soil. Very rich, very fertile soil, Very easy to work too, and very drainable too. You find when it hits September and certain times, we work more into the hills, because we are farmers that observe the ecology, we observe topography, we observe astronomy, and you find mostly when the sun moves back across the equator as the equinox in September, that represent the shortest days of the year, we receive a lot of rainfalls in this mountain, so banana is very essential to us, as that it can also be made into a flour. It can also be made as a porridge, as a smoothie, eaten both green and ripe. A lot of people love ripe bananas, full of potassium. A lot of athletes, very full of potassium, good for the body. Also, the leaves, everybody know about dukuna. Either you can put the leaves as dukuna, which dukuna is a traditional Antiguan dish of sweet potatoes and coconuts and flour mixed together with raisins and boiled in a leaf, either a grape leaf, seaside grape, or the banana planting. The banana leaves can be also used as such, Another good benefit of the banana, it has a lot of iron. So sometimes if you don't have any iron tonic, you can simply come and get a knife or even your hand, and you just kind of cut the banana like this, yeah. Cut it and get piece of the leaf. Yeah, and the tree itself will drain, you know. The tree will drain some water. If I had a knife, I would show you a little more better, but the tree itself, see that? See that water coming out of it there, right there, the juice? If that they can drop into with a better cut and drop into a cup. You can drink at least 3-4 drops into a glass of water. And it also builds your iron. Give you iron in the body, you know. And we all need iron, good for the red blood cells. How to identify the banana from the finger rose, the buggerment, and the plantain? Well, the banana, you know, have a black. Leaves are actually black, the stem sometimes black. The finger rose now. Watch the finger rose. Has a kind of semi-red ashy kind of look with a yellowy type of bark. Banana bark is more black. And the buggerment now. The buggerment. We're going to look for the buggerment now. Buggerment have a totally yellowy kind of look. So it looks different. Different than all the rest. The buggerment has a different look. This is how the finger, when it comes out, they actually shoot out. Further shoot out. This can be used in a salad, even as a sprout in your salad, you know. So this is how the finger rose look. Little, very little like your fingers. That's why we call it finger rose, and they're very sweet, very tasteable and very edible. You can eat more finger rose than banana. Because to me, like, the banana having more iron. So it actually fills you up faster than the finger rose. Buggerment now. Buggerment, usually people fry buggerment. You know, if you get it kind of half ripe, it can be also used as a main course too, very rich in iron. You know, in Cuba, I went to Cuba here and they grow more buggerment than any other place because it is a stronger tree. Finger rose is also stronger than the banana in terms of taking weather. Finger rose can take more weather than the banana. Banana usually have to plant banana in valleys where the water drains, you know. But the finger rose can be planted on hill and in places that the water has good drainage, you know. So finger rose and buggerment make it stronger than the banana. You know? This is sugar apple. Very tasty. Children will love this because, you know, kids love a lot of sweets. So this is actually, you know, a very delicious taste, very creamy. You have different varieties of sugar apple too. You have some of them that white and some of them that come a little, you know, pungent same way. But them one, yeah, they're very, very juicy and creamy. Sometimes I just pause them in the blender and make sugar apple juice with coconut milk, you know. Very rich in calcium, you know. Yeah, sugar apple. The leaves also, we use them in bark, like when you bark your skin, like if you have a fever, put them into a bath and go inside and lie down. If you have a headache before time, the old people just put this and soursop in your a head tie and put it over your head, and it carries away the fever, it lowers your fever, you know. So It's the culture, you know, and it also can be used as a tea. Drink the leaves as a tea. So it has many uses, different uses. You predict, man. You prophesy this one, yeah. Yeah, you see? This is when the eyes are open. For you to pick them, the eyes got to be open. If they will never ripe. So if you pick them like this, yeah, you can either pick them full or you pick them when they are ripe. But if you pick them like this when the eyes are closed, they will never open. And they will only stay there and turn black and never ripe. So you have to pick them when they're full like this. You know? That shows, you see, when it's kind of open his eyes. Open his eyes. And they sound like the you know, the eagle bird with the eagle mouth. Yeah. They're in there plenty too. We have garland, we have blackbird, we have ground dove, we have yellow breast, all kind of different type of bird. We have hawks, and you don't know, the famous police chinchillulu. Liquor bird, them so them cross. Hawk free them bad. You know? So them kind of bird that in here. And we see different varieties of bird because as you know, India just like part of the rainforest, you know. Very tropical, you know. The highest region in Antigua is here. The police bird, chinchillulu, wow, cross bird. When the hawk say, when you see hawk, you say hawk, chinchillulu come. And when they hear that, them boy, they want to look and run because them bird just bang them as big as the hawk be. Afraid the little bird, the boy. Just like you say, small axe just fall big tree. That's the chinchillulu to the hawk. Yeah. Bless up. Yeah. This is known as St. John's wort. Cleans the blood, builds the blood. Also good for headache. Also good for heart problems too. You know, so your food is a medicine and your medicine is your food. As I will always say, a great Imhotep, the father of medicine, said that your food is a medicine and your medicine is your food. So this is a very powerful plant, you know. Good when we just kind of cure it, dry it, and make good teas. Nice teas, very good for morning sickness. You see, in the morning, sometimes a lot of people wake up and you don't have the energy to move. By just brewing some of this with some ginger, which I will show you, and some turmeric. I will show you some little while from now, some turmeric are growing at the earth too, and how it grows, you know. Yeah, blessed. The thyme tree, as you all know, thyme. Everyone knows thyme. Very essential to put in your meats, your poultries. The seasoning is what gives your food its flavor. Very delicious, very fragrance, very smell, very sweet and nice, delicious. This very appetizing. This is also very essential also for the respiratory system. If you have breathing problem, asthma, just take a little thyme tea. And it's also good for morning sickness. So all those lazy people who don't want to wake up or go to work, just drink a little thyme tea with little ginger and you're all ready to go to work with little cayenne pepper. Very good for the respiratory system and the circulatory system. Circulate the blood very good. Cleans the blood too, a blood purifier too. This is known as oregano or Guyanese thyme. It also has the same properties as the thyme. Very essential bush. It can all oregano good for the memory. This oil is also essential to keep off mosquitoes and different things and so, you know. A nice plant it is, you know, very easy to grow and good in all things, in your salad, in your food, in your soups, in your poultries, in your meat, in your dishes, you know, even though we don't eat meat. This is what gives everything its flavor. Also, I'm going to show you the turmeric, which is a family of the ginger. I'm going to show it grows. It grows under the ground because it's the tubers that grows under the ground. It's actually the root of the food. Why I know is too, the old people just have a way of planting them. They usually grows them when the moon is going under. And when the moon is coming up, they grow things that go on top of the earth. Turmeric. They look like a person. Rasta man with the locks. Cashew. It also grows a fruit known as the cashew. Very refreshing. It also bears mostly in summer when it's hot. That means it cools down your body. When you're done do this, you you roast this, or you can put it in a freezer, oven, and get out the nuts in it. You know how expensive cashew nut is. And this you can make cashew milk, everything, cashew cheese. What a lot of cashew on the go. Yeah, this is a noni. It's a tonic. Very good, very energetic. It's also very alkaline food. You can eat it, you can juice it, or you can soak it. Make a very excellent juice and a smoothie also. So you ask me how me get so strong, and because of the mountain you make me muscular and strong up. The lift it to yourself, so we don't have to lift weight. When you lift quart and a food, that's weight. Yeah, this is the vine. And this is how the sweet potato grows under the ground. That's the root. I'm going to dig it out, make you see. You can roast it, make flour with it, bread. See what the sign nice? Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, you can bake it, boil it, steam it, anything, fry it too. As a little potato chips. Ideal. Just season it up with little I will just put curry on it and black pepper and different things and so spice it up and fry it in some oil. I just boil it and mash it up and put some coconut cream over it like milk, and just put a little thyme and a little spice over it and bake it and make it as a main course. Well, this is good for the digestive system. If you're a person that sometimes you don't go to the bathroom regular, it's a help you to go to the bathroom, and it's also a bulk food. It makes you strong, it makes you very strong. If you're a man that work hard and you need some good food to give you energy, it's to give you enough energy. Yeah, sweet potatoes. Yeah, blessed. Arugula, very bitter and pungent and spicy. Makes a good salad. Smell people. No, you can't smell, but lovely. Blessed. Pineapple, very indigenous to here. Moreover, it is our national fruit. On the coat of arms of Antigua and Barbuda, we see the pineapple, and the sugar cane, very prevalent in our land. But the pineapple is a very powerful plant, It is why they say it is prevalent to our environment and area, because of it does not need a lot of water to grow. It actually, when it grows from one slip, it doesn't bear back like a mango tree. It gives you different slips, different transplanted slips, So when this is the mother actually sending out her slips, her babies. You have 3 different types of bearing. This usually takes like 2 to 3 years to grow. And the slips that come exactly from the mother, known as the bearing slips, takes at least a year to grow. So in about a year, you can have pineapple. Very nice, very refreshing, easy to grow. Also, it can be used as as I would say, planted on your borderline to keep out animals, are protective against animals and even people that they cannot rush into your yard because of the spikes that grow, you know. So pineapple is very essential in our world here in Antigua and Barbuda. And we have to plant plenty, seeing it is a national fruit. The nest, oh, is also a home for nests. Birds can also nest in the pineapple tree, as you can see right here. A bird came and make it nest. And it grows like a crown, you know, and it has certain, according to even researchers and so too, you know, the pineapple also attract rain, especially when it is grown in certain part of the islands, you know. Especially it is predominantly grown from Bethesda to Benders, all between the volcanic soil, between these soils from Bethesda. The pineapple belt in Antigua is from Bethesda to Jennings. All them places they grow the best pineapple in the world in Antigua. Mostly on the north, hard to come, you know, because of the soil, probably, but he loves volcanic soil and he loves in the wilderness. And as I say, don't require too much of water, you know, water situation going in Antigua here. So as a farmer, it is a crop that I believe that a farmer should plant, you know, especially in terms of the monetary benefit, because right now sometimes I like $20 for one pineapple. Pineapple very expensive, you know. So takes a time, but long as you plant plenty, you can plant enough that you can even have when none is there, that you can even freeze them, juice them, put them in. I see people have pineapple shampoo, pineapple soap, you know, you can even have pineapple juice, pineapple jam, all kind of things you can do. Other spinned off industry can come out of this crop. Sage, Mother Harriet. The elders known as Sage or Mother Harriet. You know, make them call it Mother Harriet. It carries on the works of a mother. It's also good for your memory. People with Alzheimer's, if you have a problem in memory, students who are going to school taking an exam, just drink a cup of sage every day and you remember. It's also used as a hair. You can wash your hair as a dye. If you have hair that are red and you want your hair to come black, you use the sage as a natural dye. What them call sickness, disease. And the opposite of disease is what? Relaxation. So this is a plant that relaxes the mind. And you know, most time we are in graft or in a culture that is strictly stressful and strainful. We move about with a lot of tension. We are not at ease. So that's why we have so much dis-ease. This is known as Nunu Balsam. It is part of the Balsam family. Very sweet, make excellent tea. Very refreshing. And also make an iced tea too with it. And squeeze lemon with it. Give you a lot of energy, a lot of vitamin. Relax you. Give you a relaxing feeling. And you can also use it to revive you too. When you want to smell something nice, good scented. Very predominant to this land. Very hard to grow sometime in some areas, but when you find it, it just grows wild. See all the seeds come out of here. Very essential herbs this. You can also cook with it. This is the neem tree, aka neem. Very essential plant. Good bark. Keep away viruses. Keep away disease. You know, transmitted disease also. It can be used as a cleanser in your home. Put it in a little spray bottle and spray when the flies are around. Or you can pick the leaf and put them on your table, and the flies will want to land on your table, right? It is also very essential as an insecticide. If you plant this also in the vineyard, keep away certain insects from harming the plant because of its scent, the smell. It is also used as a detox. You can use it to cleanse the body. It's also used as a mouthwash for mouth disease, cavities also. Yeah, neem. They also make toothpaste with this. You can go and find neem toothpaste. You know, very essential plant. Yeah, this is a hardwood in the jungle known as cedar. This is red cedar. So it leaves look veiny, it looks some like a sugar apple, you know. But it's not a sugar apple, it's a cedar. Very hard. It is actually used, the elders used to use this to do boats. Go into the hills and cut them down and build their boats before time, because you know we never used to have as much wood as before importing. Either they used to use wackle and dab. This can be used as a wackle also to either fence the place or put on a fish pot. That is another cedar known as white cedar, you know. Very strong. Elders used to use it on fish pot. And when they use them cedar, sometimes the iron, the wire on the fish pot rotten away left the wood itself in the seawater to show you the durability of these woods. Very, very strong. White cedar. And this is black cedar. Sometimes they grow very straight. Sometimes we just hew them down and put them for build house as 2x4, 2x8 or whatever. Actually, when you drive, you can't drive nail in them. You have to use and drill them and then drive your nail in them. Very hard. Them will bend nail. And when they are treated properly, take off the bark, they left a very pretty look. You can varnish them or you can paint them with something to preserve them. But usually why I just know the elders them used to cut wood on the dark night when the moon is not in the heavens, because they say that when you cut the wood when the moon is in the heaven, it causes a lot of worms and insects to bite up the wood, you know. So but when you cut it at certain time, they won't trouble the wood. So beautiful, we are beautifully made, you know. We are part of trees and trees are part of us, you know. All the elements that is in our body that we need, it is in the trees, it's in the plant. So we are dependent on the trees and the trees are also dependent upon us. We give them carbon dioxide and they give us oxygen. So that's why it's important for us to dwell and live in the garden. One of the health benefits of living in the garden is clean air. Clean air and lots of sunshine. That's what's happening to us today. We are trapped in a culture that most of our time is in a building where we don't receive enough sunshine and not fresh air in a city that we don't get enough fresh air. So that's why we age. That's why we are so sick. That's why we are so disconnected from life, from creation. Yeah, Selah, yeah. Rastafari, yeah. Blessed love. Calypso TV. Give thanks for coming out. Give thanks for coming to such place. You know, you're exceptional, because this is something that has never been done before. So we give thanks for that, reaching out to us, that we can decimate some very important information to our people, to the general public, to you the people, that everything we do it for you. We don't do it for ourselves. We cannot eat everything in here. We can't use everything. Everything we do for you. Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Prosperity, health, and long life. Blessed love.